You've heard the impromptu part of the evening. Tonight, we're delighted to hear from Sean McStay. Sean will be speaking to project number 4 in the Competent Communicator Manual, How to Say It. You will be listening for him, for his clear, accurate, vivid words, for his metaphorical devices, personification, metaphors, similes. Think back to your English classes. He will be using those devices tonight. He will be eliminating jargon from his speech, so listen for what you don't hear. Sean is a sales and marketing person. He has lived in Mission his whole life. He is married and he's learning to play the guitar. Toastmasters, tonight Sean will be speaking to the topic, the power of words. Sean McStay, the power of words.
What if you could change how you feel, your emotions, and how you experience the world in an instant? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Vocabulary. Vocabulary can be defined in many different ways. That vocabulary can be defined as a supply of expressive means. It could also be defined as your repertoire of communication. Repertoire of communication. I like that one because it makes speaking and writing sound more like an art, which it is. Our words, the word choice that we have, define how we experience the world and how we share those experiences with others. The words you select describe and color your emotions. Think of words as an artist's palette. Think of an artist painting a scene of a beautiful sunset. Now imagine that artist only has a few colors to paint that sunset with. Now we've all seen beautiful black and white photos, but they don't capture the entirety of that scene. You imagine gray and black and white, and it's not there. Now reimagine that same sunset, now in vivid, bright, deep colors. Feel the emotions that that brings to you. It's more than likely uplifting. Sunsets are one of the things that are generally around all cultures in the world very enjoyed. But it's all about the quality of words and the quality of the colors of your emotions. So how do you use words in your life? Because a lot of us use words all day long. I use words in my business. People use words dealing with their family. People use words, at church or with their friends. It's the choices of those words that you pick that define your reality. But what if you were to change some of those words? Change some of those words that you find yourself commonly using. All of us have this. I certainly do this. My wife asks me every day on the drive home from work, "How was your day at work today, honey?" And I have a canned answer for that. We all do, or probably 95% of us do. It's the typical, same as always, great, good, nothing enthusiastic, very neutral words. And you'll find that if you really were to sit and examine your speech patterns, examine the most common words that you use in your life, you'll find you use a lot of neutral words. Some negative words, some positive words, but a lot of just neutral words. So, how does that affect us? How does that change our lives? The power of what word you use will define how you interpret a moment. Imagine you were to say to yourself, you're at home, you're like me, you're trying to learn the guitar, you're trying to pick up new chords, can't get this chords, I got these big hands, these fingers are just not getting it. Imagine you were to look at that and say to yourself, I'm a failure. I'm a failure. How would that make you feel? What's your mental state at that point? With I'm a failure. You're very low. There's no positives there. There's no possibility of a better tomorrow. It immediately knocks you down a few pegs, and you're feeling very down. Now imagine you were to change your choice of words with that. Imagine you were to say, instead of I'm a failure, say, I'm still learning. Notice the difference. I'm still learning. It creates an instant, tomorrow's going to be better. I can improve. I will get there. You're in fact positively reinforcing your ability to learn the skill just by changing the words. You're saying the same thing. You're experiencing the same thing in life. And yet all of a sudden it's very different. Same thing can happen at work. You're in a meeting, doesn't go that well, your boss has an issue with you, one of your customers has an issue with you, you go home, you had a crappy day at work. Crappy instantly brings you down a few things. You're not feeling any kind of positivity on that emotion. What if you were to instead say, I had a challenging day at work? You look at just a simple word choice, and it sounds like semantics, but it's actually not. Because that simple word choice can instantly elevate you from, I had a crappy day, tomorrow's probably going to be crappy as well, to, I had a challenging day. It's a challenge. I can fight this. I can improve, and eventually, I'll have a great day. So, again, when someone walks up to you, think about it. Think about what you're going to respond when they say, how was your day today? You can respond with, same as always, pretty good, all right. Or you can respond with spectacular, splendid, great, awesome, and be enthusiastic about it. Even if you don't necessarily have a reason for it, you'll notice that instantly the quality of your emotions, the color palette of your life improves and increases. So now, towards the beginning of the year, now is all of our chance, and as Toastmasters, it's very important for us to really examine the quality of our vocabulary. Really examine the words that we use in day-to-day, not just in speeches and planned events, but just in your day-to-day lives. See how different words can affect how you feel. See how different words can affect your emotional state. Take control of your vocal palette and replace boring and negative words with positive and empowering ones.
Thank you, Sean. You painted a picture of where we can go. Thank you so much. Could we have the